what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vale.
Greetings, salutations, good morning, and welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vale for Monday, July 22nd, 2019. And that is one of my all-time favorite views on Vail Mountain. That's where Buffalo's Lodge is, top of Chair 4, 5, and 11, looking out over the blue sky overlook. You've got Hawks Deck there. Yeah, that is absolutely one of my favorite views. And I'm one of your hosts today, Eric Sundblad, live in our studio. We've got Ashley Prill on an epic morning adventure. And we've got breaking news today for you. I woke up today to an email from Rob Katz, the CEO of Vail Resorts, letting us know that we have just acquired 17 additional resorts. 17, and I'm going to read them off for you. But everybody that has been buying passes to just these resorts now gets access to all of the Vail Resorts families, so you can enjoy the incredible view from the Blue Sky Basin overlook just like I do. So to our friends at Mount Snow in Vermont, Hunter Mountain in New York, Attitash Mountain Resort, Wildcat, and Crotched Mountain in New Hampshire, Liberty Mountain Resorts, Whitetail Resort, Jack Frost, and Big Boulder in Pennsylvania, Alpine Valley, Boston Mills, Brandywine, and Mad River Mountain in Ohio, Hidden Valley and Snow Creek in Missouri, and finally, Powley Peaks in Indiana. Welcome to the Vail Resorts family. I was just doing some quick math this morning. Now, Vail Resorts owns about 7.6% of the resorts in the U.S. That is a large plethora that you can experience all on one pass. And we're getting close to 8%, and I think that's the final goal because we're TV8. So that was it all along. But just such exciting news today. And just to wrap some things up for you this evening, if you're looking to get some aquathlon going in your life at about 6 p.m. at Lake Nottingham is the Avon Duncan Dash that's been going on every Monday. And a really unique Vail Symposium topic tonight on Brexit. But we've got Ashley Prill on an epic morning adventure. Ashley, why don't you welcome all of our new resort friends into our family?
I mean, that's pretty incredible. 17 additional resorts that we have access to now with our upcoming Epic Pass. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I love the amount of access that we have for skiing and snowboarding. I also love the variety of activities that take place throughout the Vail Valley in the summertime. And coming up this Wednesday, the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo kicks off once again. Now, we've had a lot of the 4-H activities going on already, but if you are a big fan of carnivals and rodeos and petting zoos, this week is for you. So starting on Wednesday night, it's Lil Buckaroo night. So the kids get to go for $1. So that's going to be the best value to bring the entire family out. And it all kicks off right around 3 o'clock with the carnival and the vendors opening up, so you can go and get your funnel cakes. And then at 4 o'clock, the petting zoo, the pony rides, the carving wars take place, and that goes on until about 8 o'clock, and then the rodeo will kick off at 7 p.m. So on Thursday, it's Western Heritage Night. Friday is Tough Enough to Wear Pink Night, and then on Saturday night, it's Patriotic Night. And both Friday and Saturday nights, after the rodeo is over at 9 o'clock, they start a free live concert. So it's going to be a great time to head on down to Eagle this week. It's also going to be a great time to stay with Eric and I on this beautiful Monday morning. We have the Friends of the Vail Mountain Rescue coming on. We also have, of course, an epic morning adventure. I'm going to be taking you around Beaver Creek. We're going to let you know how to have an epic weekend. We are going to take you golfing. We have a lot to do, and it's all going to start right after this break as we take a first look at your local weather forecast.
run right into these crises, and we do not leave until normalcy is restored. We'd been working for days on a site in a storm-devastated area. A family pulled up. It was a mom and her kids. Everything they had been washed away. The only thing that brought any kind of solace was the ability to hand her a device so she could call her family and let them know that she was okay.
There for you when it matters most. Join us and get up to $650 when you switch. That's Verizon.
Beaver Creek's first and only family-owned restaurant, Coyote Cafe, has become a staple in the village over the last 30 years for its laid-back atmosphere, fresh Mexican cuisine, and delicious scratch-made cocktails. Fuel your days on the slopes with inventive tacos from our new taqueria menu, signature fajita dishes, tasty kids items, and more. Join us for lunch, dinner, and après specials. 7 days a week. Call ahead for reservations.
Vail and Espanol magazine. Write your success story. 100 elegantly printed pages will show your product in a massive but personalized way to allow your business to grow in a preferred and exclusive brand. Advertise in Vail and Espanol magazine, a window to the world with a Latin taste.
Engel & Volkers is committed to providing the highest level of service to buyers and sellers in the Vail Valley. With decades of experience marketing Vail Valley properties, we are backed by a global company with over 800 offices and 10,000 agents worldwide. This extensive international network offers unparalleled national and international exposure for our most exclusive listings. To learn more, stop by our Vail Village or Beaver Creek offices and meet with one of our exceptional advisors.
Have you ever felt rug love? Shop at Rugs Benedict and find the rug you love for any room in your home. Our selection of imported, handmade rugs is unmatched, with over 1,000 beautiful area rugs in stock. You can find rugs to fit any room at any budget. Rugs Benedict in Avon has been serving the Vail Valley since 1972. Finding beautiful new area rugs has never been this easy and affordable. Because at Rugs Benedict, we know rugs. This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by GMC, the exclusive partner of Vail Resorts.
Well, to celebrate Vail Resorts' acquisition of 17 new ski resorts, we're going to show you a live shot from each and every one opening up our weather. This is Mount Snow in Vermont. They have one of the best bike parks in the world. They do such an incredible job with their downhill mountain biking scene. And then in the winter, they have a little part of their mountain just devoted to ski and snowboard parks. It's called Corinthia Parks. Supreme. I absolutely love Mount Snow. And shout out to Justin Knox, who lives over in Mount Snow. He's always been a great host for me there. Now I can visit you since we're both on the Epic Pass together. Let's take a look at your localized forecast for the day, though, starting off around 54 degrees at 8 a.m., climbing up to about 75 degrees and a 20% chance of afternoon showers. You can wipe those eyes off. This looks exactly like yesterday's weather, as a matter of fact. We're just a couple degrees lower than yesterday, but we are going to see a drop as we move later on in the week. Low of 48 degrees this evening, 10% chance of precipitation. Now, looking at the national map, big band of low pressure system here, which is great to see for the majority of the nation that's been under a bit of a heat wave. So this is going to cool things off for you. A little more localized here. High and low pressure mix to the west of us, which we expect to slowly make its way into our zone. And then jet stream right now as a whole just fairly calmed down for us in Colorado. We're not getting a lot of action there, so we should see fairly similar conditions for the next couple days before that low pressure system that's to the west of us does move into our zone, and it's really going to start en masse on Wednesday. And then over the course of the week, temperatures kind of drop a little bit, and that chance of afternoon thunderstorms starts to increase. We're showing about a 30 to 40% chance consistently for the rest of the week. And thanks to GMC for sponsoring this weather, the exclusive partner of Vail Reports. And now we're going to check in with Ashley Prill on Beaver Creek Mountain. She's going to give us some info on one of my favorite trails in the valley.
Hey, thanks, Eric. So our trail report today is all about Getting up to a high alpine lake, if you've never done this before, it's an incredible experience, great place to go and maybe bring some lunch and cool off, bring the dog as long as they're on a leash. But Beaver Lake, it's one of our favorite trails here in the Vail Valley. It's 6.3 miles out and back, and there's a couple ways that you can get there. So you can start right here at the base of the Centennial Expresslet. This is right where I am right now. And what you can do is you can take the Five Senses Trail all the way up. This is about 1,600 feet in elevation gain. You go past Beano's cabin and you get to Beaver Lake. All right, so that's the way you want to go if you want to really get yourself a workout. Now there is another way, kind of a secret way, if you will. You can take the Centennial Express lift up. So you'll need to have a scenic gondola ride pass or your Epic pass. And then when you get to Spruce Saddle at the top of the gondola, you just take the Royal Elk Trail over, and it's mostly going to be just kind of an even, flat. You'll have like a little bit of elevation gain, but nothing like the way from Five Senses Trail. And then you get over to Beaver Lake, and then you can just hike all the way back down, so you don't have to worry about actually, getting the uphill in on your hike. So a couple different ways to do it, but again, 6.3 miles out and back, and then it's about 1,600 feet in elevation gain. And again, you can bring your dog along, but you just want to make sure that they are on a leash. So I recommend that you pick up a trail map right here at the base of Beaver Creek so that you know exactly where you're going. And if you want to start at the base of the mountain, if you want to, get that uphill in, get that workout in, this is how you start. You walk over toward the Beaver Creek Club, and you'll see the sign just up ahead, and it's really easy. You walk over the actual Beaver Creek. I'll show you that in just a minute. But great hike to get out and do. And coming up next, we're going to get some great information from the Friends of Vail Mountain Rescue about how to stay safe when you are out on your hiking adventures.
What is your lotion wish?
I want coconut oil,
cocoa butter, shea butter,
and no more reapplying.
We listened. New Gold Bond Radiance Renewal gently exfoliates, then our triple blend of moisturizers helps prevent dry skin all day. New Gold Bond Radiance Renewal.
Hi, I'm Dan Saline, owner of Carrots Jewelers, located on East Meadow Drive in Vail Village. I've been a custom jeweler in Vail for more than 38 years. At Carrots, our passion is designing exclusive custom jewelry that features one-of-a-kind designs. Stop in and visit Carrots, a working studio gallery of fine art jewelry. To learn more about our custom designs, call 970-476-4760 or visit our website, carrotsvale.com.
Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park.
Elevate your adventure this summer at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park in beautiful Glenwood Springs. You'll get unlimited turns on all of the park's awesome attractions, plus 2 cave tours for one low price with our Fun Day Pass. Only $53 for kids and $58 for adults. Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park, America's only mountaintop theme park.
Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. It's awesome!
Do something great for you at Simply Massage. Get any 60-minute session for $89. Buy 5 sessions and get 1 free. With 4 mountain locations, relaxation is just a step away.
Well, the summer season fully kicked off here in our valley. It's important to remember some tips as you're going out exploring, mountain biking, hiking, etc. And we've got Dan Smith, friend of Vail Mountain Rescue, in the studio with some great tips for us this morning. Dan, how are you feeling?
Well, doing all right. You
had a busy week.
We had a busy week. We had 5 missions that we got paged on, and only turned tires on 2 of them, which is good.
Yep.
One was a local lady. Everybody, is concerned that, well, we support you guys and we love you, but all you're doing is taking care of tourists. Well, no, this is a very, very well-known local lady who broke her leg in a ski field. Anybody can break their leg in a ski field. The number of times I've almost missed or you've almost missed, it's probably a long list. Those rocks tip and over you go, and now you have a problem.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't have too big a problem because she had somebody with her who got 911 coverage, got a very good ping on the location. Fire is always closer than we are for these kinds of things. They got up the trail first. We got up the trail after them with about, I think, 9 people total. and got some technical lowers set up where we could, instead of taking loops in a trail, we just cut them all off and lower the litter down on a rope. That saved a lot of time. That somebody who's got a broken leg, she definitely had a broken leg, you have a paramedic with her, you're saving the patient an awful lot of pain.
Yeah, those switchbacks can be rough.
And so we did that, got the patient in the ambi, done a great joint mission with our friends at Fire. Well, as I say, all the agencies in the Valley work together. I've worked fires before. I've worked all sorts of incidents with Salvation Army, and I'm on the Public Safety Council. Nobody has a problem with anybody else. The egos get checked at the door. And when you got a mission, and you use the tools that are best for the job, and you get the job done. And that's what everybody does.
That's comforting
to know. Well, it is. There's no politics. There's no interactions where I've got to get there first because it's my turf. No, you don't play that game.
Yeah.
You play what's good for the patient.
Yeah.
And in these cases, all that worked. The mountain biker accident was last night. Believe it was a local, not sure. Riding down roads back on the Red and White Mountain and Muddy Pass at night on a mountain bike, probably not the best decision you could make.
Yeah.
Some people can do it. I'm sure Josiah Mitta would get up there and just dance down, but Josiah doesn't have human DNA.
No,
he has other DNA from someplace.
Gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And there are people like that can do it. Most of us can't. And you should kind of watch what you do and watch your times. Because it starts to get dusky, shadows look real funny. You're going downhill and the sun's way over in the west, what little bit's left. It's real easy to rack one up, and that's what happened here. And I think we had some people moving, and Fire decided they could get to him with a pickup truck, and they did and got him down. Right answer.
So smooth in both
operation.
Both scenarios.
And like I say, egos are checked at the door.
Yeah. So the theme of both of these missions, something for our guests to pick up on. Both of the people had partners with them.
Yep.
And then they stayed in one place. They didn't try to move around. They didn't try to panic. They just stayed there and waited, and then also had a partner.
And partner may have moved to get cell phone, but went back.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Think they both might have been a little short of gear, but don't know that. And that's always, if you live here, you're a gearhead. That's why you have a garage, to store all your gear. Your
true.
cars, forget about it.
Yeah.
If you don't live here, or if you don't do a lot of this stuff, maybe you don't have a lot of gear, and maybe you don't take it with you. But the survival bag, I'll bring it in next week again, keeps you comfortable till we get to you. And that's what that's all about.
Yeah.
So this was a pretty good week for us. Unfortunately, we had 2 or 3 pretty good weeks in a row. I wish it had calmed down a little. We're at now at 98 for the year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of missions by this time of year.
Yeah,
that one gets interesting.
All right. Well, thanks for those 2 stories on the missions. We'll be right back with you. But first, we're going to take a look at your local weather forecast.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Glenwood Hot Springs Resort, a whole new side to water.
And you're looking at a shot from Glenwood Hot Springs Resort right there. Over 130 years in business. They started back in the late 1800s, and you can see why people have been rejuvenating and relaxing there for hundreds of years, right? Well, 130 years anyway. But they opened this morning at 7:30, and here at Beaver Creek, it's definitely not going to be as warm as it would be if you went over to Glenwood Hot Springs Resort. This water is still pretty chilly, but finally starting to calm down just a little bit compared to where we saw the flows just about a month ago. It's been pretty intense here at Beaver Creek. Now today our high at the base of Vail and Beaver Creek Mountains is going to be at 75 degrees. And we will be seeing about a 20% chance of rain in the forecast. So it's going to be a good idea to bring your rain jacket with you if you're getting out for a hike or for a bike ride. Just a good thing to have it on hand. And really that's going to be the case for the rest of the week. Now about a 10% chance of rain overnight tonight with our sunset at 8:29 p.m. And if you're going to be getting out and about and traveling across the valley today, highs will be in the 80s along I-70, 87 in Eagle, 84 in Denver, 83 in Vail, and 81 in Avon. And we also have a lot of sunshine really on the way for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but look for those afternoon thunderstorms to be moving in, and also the temperatures starting to cool down just a little bit, especially on Thursday. Look at that, maybe highs only reaching into the 60s. Now, also with I-70, it's going to be really important that you plan your travel today. I was just actually talking to our director, Elise, because we need to leave early for a shoot that we have later on today, and Eric has more details about why you really want to plan your travel today.
This road report is brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust, with locations in Avon, Frisco, Glenwood Springs, and Basalt.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. That's right. There is more construction work, specifically in the form of rockfall mitigation, occurring along Dowds Junction between Eagle Vale and Vale along I-70. And similar to last week, they will be just totally closing I-70 to allow for the workers to remove rocks from the shoulder of I-70 westbound. So if you are traveling westbound along I-70 between 6 a.m. and 4 p.m. today, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday and Thursday, every half hour they'll just be closing I-70. So expect backups all the way through Vale. If you need to be traveling from, say, East Vale to the market in West Vale, I highly recommend you utilize the frontage road. There is a shot of the traffic since we're past 6 p.m. They are closing down I-70 right now. So just build that into your schedule. And again, every half hour, they'll be closing I-70 for about a half hour. Rather, once an hour, they'll be closing I-70 for a half hour. And this also impacts the bike trail. So if you're a bike commuter, you will also be asked to stop while they complete this rockfall work. And essentially what they're doing is cleaning the ditch along I-70 westbound in order to allow it to absorb more rocks in the event that the rocks fall again. So keep that in mind as you are traveling. Check out coalert.org or download the app onto your iPhone to get live updates on the current status of traffic. And coming up next, we've got more from Dan Smith and the Friends of Mountain Rescue.
For all your vehicle's big oh no's,
No.
there's always a big oh yes, like saving big on your favorite tire brands. Right now, save 10% on any tire purchase, your favorite brands included. Visit BigOTires.com for details. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
Here at PSI, we've been serving the Valley's plumbing, heating, and drain cleaning needs for over 18 years. We are expert technicians with the knowledge and training to provide prompt and professional maintenance and repair. Our fleet of vehicles are equipped with the most advanced technology and tools available today. PSI is committed to providing the best possible service and guarantee our work. Call us anytime, day or night. PSI is here for you 24/7, 365. We look forward to hearing from you.
Vale's most talented architects, builders, and interior design firms are creating some of the most spectacular homes in America. And our cameras will take you inside these homes and introduce you to Vale's most respected real estate companies specializing in high-end properties. Watch the Vale Home Show each day right here on Vale's TV8 or online. And remember, you can catch this show on the web anytime at valehomeshow.com.
Part of travel is the journey, and it's not only about where you're going, but how you get to your destination. With over 35 years of experience, Epic Mountain Express is the best way to begin your trip to the Rockies. Enjoy complimentary Wi-Fi and relax in the comfort of our shuttles and SUVs. With service out of Denver International and Eagle County Airport, trust our professional drivers to get you there in confidence and comfort. Start off your trip right with Epic Mountain Express.
All right, we're back with Dan Smith from Friends, a friend of Vale Mountain Rescue. We just got done describing a couple missions you had this week. The theme is any activity you do in this valley, make sure you've got a partner with you. Now, let's talk about some of the activities that people are doing and just some general tips.
Well, we've got Swiftwater, of course. It's the water's coming down a little bit. But even when the water's normal, if you're not good, go with a guide.
Yeah.
It's so much simpler. Fishing trips, floating trips, kayak trips, you're going with somebody that knows the water. What guides typically do is they scout the river that day. For guide service, one guy might scout, 2 or 3 miles of river. Has a tree fallen in? Has things happened? They're going to know, you're not going to know. So go with a guide. It just makes things so much easier on Swiftwater, unless you're really, really good. Mountain biking's another one, whether you're running the trails in the backcountry or you're running the trails on Vail Mountain. Things happen. Make sure you go with somebody that's good, as good as you are, and don't push your envelope too far. That can get real interesting. Oh, I'll cut off this switchback and go straight down. No, not a really good idea. Among other things, it tears up the trail.
Yeah.
But it's not really a good idea because you don't know what's down there. Hiking, take a map, take a compass, take a GPS, know how to use them. Stop at the trailhead, open up the map, look uphill, think, oh yeah, it goes like this. Then on the map, I can't see it, but it takes a turn to the right. I should look out for that. Know what you're walking into. We haven't had one of those in about 2 weeks, but I'm sure one's coming of someone that doesn't know where they are. They can.
It has been fairly busy in town, so.
Yeah, it's a lot of people in town, so I'm sure we're going to have that. But there's if that happens, and it doesn't happen very often. I mean, if you look at the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that run through here in every season, and we're about to hit 100 missions, it's a pretty small percentage.
Yeah.
But if you're that percentage, it's a pretty serious thing.
It becomes from 1% to 100%.
Yes, it hits 100% real fast if it's you. If you have a map, we have the ability to talk you out. If you have a compass and know which way north is, that's really helpful too. But always tell someone where you're going, even if you're going as a pair, when you're going to be back, and call 911 if you're not back within an hour of that time.
Yeah.
That's going to get us moving, and do not worry about calling us because, well, we're walking down, but I think we're on the wrong trail. That's fine. Call us. We'll probably be able to tell you whether you're on the right or wrong trail, and we'll get ready to go. That saves hours. If you only call us when you finally hit that place that you can't go anywhere, now we have a problem. It's probably getting dark. Starting everything early in the morning, always a good idea. How many times have you or I or anybody been coming up down trail about 2 or 3 in the afternoon and the people starting to come up? Not a good idea. Start early in the morning and be finished by shortly afternoon, be off the ridge by 11 or 12.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be up there at that time.
Makes it a more enjoyable day, too.
Oh, and then you have the afternoon and evening. Yeah, all the good parts.
Yeah.
So those are pretty much the hints for what we do. They're all common sense, and they're common sense in this world. And if you don't live in this world, they're not top of mind. You need to think about what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate you coming on. Hopefully our viewers listen to those tips and you don't have any missions this week.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to check in once again with Ashley Prill. Get a look at that local weather forecast for your Monday.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Beaver Creek Resort.
Thank you, Eric. We have a live look at Beaver Creek this morning. There is not a cloud in the sky right now. Bluebird morning as we wake up to a brand new week here in the Vail Valley, and we are waking up to some really incredible opportunities to get out and do some recreating here at Beaver Creek and also over in Vail. And this is right below the Centennial Express gondola and chairlift. You can see it's still right now, but at 9:30 it'll be opening up if you want to take a scenic gondola ride. It's such a magical way to enjoy the mountain, especially if you've never been up to the top in the summertime. And today's gonna be a great day to get out for a hike, like Dan was just saying, but you know, you want to make sure that you're staying safe. Grab a trail map at the base of the mountain. They're totally free. They're really well done. And today we'll be seeing those temperatures in the mid-70s. Now we do have a chance of rain. So again, not only is it a good idea to get out early, just because of if you're not sure where you're going, but also just because of that rain potentially moving in later on this afternoon. So bring your rain jacket with you, bring plenty, oh my goodness, plenty of sunscreen, and also a lot of water today because of those warmer temperatures. Overnight lows will be in the 40s. We'll be looking at our temperatures, really kind of cooling off as the week goes on. Now, the higher in elevation you go, the cooler it's also going to be. So we'll be seeing those temperatures mid-mountain at the 70s today. And again, we are looking at a chance of that rain, not only today, but also really for the rest of the week each afternoon. And once we see that 40% chance of rain or so, you can pretty much guarantee that it's going to be a rainy event. So again, bring that rain jacket with you, and also make sure if you are planning to get to Beaver Creek today from Vail that you're planning accordingly, because I-70 westbound will be closed once an hour for 30 minutes as they do rockfall mitigation work in Dowd Junction. So that's going to be backing up some traffic, so be very, very aware of that. That's happening all week long from 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. But oh man, let me tell you something that's really kind of like the bright light at the end of the tunnel this week. There's a really, really amazing event that happens each and every summer, and it's one of my absolute favorites, and we have more details about that coming up in your resort report right after this.
This resort report is brought to you by Good Morning Vail, live and on demand with any streaming TV service. Use the YouTube app in Apple TV and more to search TV8 Vail.
Thanks a lot, Ashley. That's right. This Friday kicks off the yearly Vail Dance Festival. This festival goes all the way through August 9th. It happens all over the valley, from Villar Performing Arts Center at Beaver Creek to Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. At almost every single event, you're going to be able to catch some fabulous dancers. Some dancers including tap dancers, American classic dancers, ballet dancers. There's some great interpretive dancers, hip-hop dancers come in. It's just a plethora of artists and musicians that come through and perform for us live here in our valley. And we're going to be having plenty of guests come on representing Vail Dance Festival all throughout the performance timeline, the 2 weeks that they will be performing. So we're going to introduce you to a few of these artists, these dancers. We're going to introduce you to some of the hosts that put on the show, just to give you some more information, but just really unique things going on with all these various dancers. I remember last year, my favorites were the hip-hop interpretive dancers, so you're not going to want to miss those shows. It's such cool stuff. All right, coming up next, we're going to take a short break, get you some more Good Morning Vail.
Join us for the Downtown Aspen Festival of the Arts, July 20th and 21st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 130 talented fine artists on exhibit. Located outdoors along Main Street at Papke Park in downtown Aspen. The Downtown Aspen Festival of the Arts. For details, visit artfestival.com.
Elevate your summer at Colorado's finest private golf club and discover the beauty of true mountain golf. Red Sky Golf Club, set high above the Vail Valley. 2 world-class courses, an exclusive members clubhouse with pool and tennis courts, unforgettable mornings of mountain adventures, and afternoons of serene vistas on the course. Special moments shared with family and friends. Red Sky Golf Club. Request your private tour today.
It's time to elevate your summer at the ultimate family playground. Epic Discovery. With adventure courses, breathtaking views, interactive hiking trails, zip lines, and more. This summer, for every adult gondola ticket you buy, a kid gets to ride the gondola absolutely free. It promises to be a summer like no other. To learn more, visit Vail.com.
Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. Take a ride on the tram all the way to the Rocky Mountain top. It's awesome! Swing over the canyon, you'll swear you're gonna drop. Thrills, adventure, family fun. Get here just as fast as your car will run. Tons of fun here waiting for you at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. It's awesome!
It's a beautiful summer day up in Leadville, Colorado. We are at Mount Massive Golf Course, which is the highest golf course in North America at an elevation of over 9,900 feet. We're going to go talk to the superintendent, Craig Steller, right now and find out what everyone here considers to be the signature hole. Joining me now, I've got Craig Steller. He is the superintendent and the general manager, the chief cook and bottle washer of Mount Massive Golf Course. Craig, tell us a little bit about Mount Massive Golf Course. Why do people want to be up here playing at this altitude? What is it about it?
Well, you know, there's a couple of things. First, obviously, the ball flies a long way.
Does it really go further?
It really does. We say 20 to 25% here at 10,000 feet.
Wow. Yeah. That's a big difference for some of us that have kind of mediocre games.
It helps me a lot, that's for sure.
And they're kind of wide open, so if I slice or pull, I'm safe.
One of the great things here is that you don't lose too many golf balls.
So how long has the golf course been in existence?
It was built back in the 30s originally, and then it became a grass golf course in the 70s.
And then from here on out, now you have other offerings besides just golf. What else is available?
You do, you're right. Last year we opened up a disc golf course, and late in the season we added foot golf, which in America you might better think of as soccer golf.
So I've had a chance to speak with a few people that are out here playing today, and they have a couple holes that they're very drawn to. Do you have a signature hole here that you consider?
I think number 6. It's our namesake hole. You'll play right into the face of Mount Massive. 535-yard par 5, and it's a beauty.
535 par 5, hole number 6. Can we go and check it out?
I think we should. Let's go.
All right. Well, Craig brought me out to hole number 6. This is Mount Massive Golf Club's signature hole. With a backdrop, Craig, like that of Mount Massive, it is breathtaking. Let's talk about the hole from the tee box through. What can people expect when they come here to play it?
Sure. Well, you know, it's a big, wide open hole with a big, big mountain behind it, and people really want to hit a big drive here, so that's what we do. We get the drivers out. The tree is about 220 yards off the tee, and the idea is to carve one in beyond the tree and set yourself up for a nice second shot.
Well, you said carve one in beyond the tree?
Well, yeah.
In a perfect world, you're expecting my driver to carry me to that tree, huh? But as I look at the grass here, we have a little bit of a headwind today. How are we supposed to adjust for that?
Just like Jack Nicklaus says, hit it hard.
Hit it hard and straight. And obviously, course looks, this particular hole looks pretty straight, like you said, though. A little dog leg to the left at the end. You can't really see that from here, but first plan is to tee off. Try to make it to that tree somewhere in the middle. How about you tee up first and show me how it's done?
We'll give it a shot.
Okay, sounds good. Look where I ended up. Like where you said you need to end up there.
I think you're in perfect position. You're about 250 out. That's the shot.
Oh, beautiful shot, Craig. Way to wrap up the signature hole number 6. What'd you end up with, a 5?
I did get a par.
And there's a par 5. Good job. Thank you for letting us come out and play.
Thank you.
I had a blast. You do a great job out here. Thank you very much.
Thanks. We appreciate you.
Hey, if you're interested in playing anytime at Mount Massive, go to Mount Massive's website. That's mountmtmassivegolf.com, or give Craig and the team a call at the Pro Shop. Book a tee time and come spend some time in Leadville at the Mount Massive Golf Course.
This weather report is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne. 3 villages, hundreds of brands, one great Rocky Mountain location.
You are looking at a live shot from Keystone Lake this morning, and you know, Keystone Lake is located in Summit County, which is also where you will find the outlets at Silverthorne, and they're both located right at exit 205. And today, a lot of sunshine in the forecast, but we do still have a little bit of rain on the way. And you know, first thing this morning as I'm getting out hiking, I've already taken my layers off, so I'm definitely heating up pretty quickly. Now, we'll be seeing our temperatures here at the base of Vail and Beaver Creek right around the mid 70s today. And then if you're going to be heading up further on the mountain, it's going to be a little bit cooler. Overnight lows also expected to be in the 40s and 50s depending on where you are. Now, if you're coming up to do a hike or a bike ride, you'll find those highs on the mountain in the low 70s if you're going to be in Vail and Beaver Creek, and then in the 60s even if you're heading over to Keystone where Keystone Lake was, or if you're heading over to Breckenridge. So just keep in mind that, you know, the higher in elevation you go, the cooler it's going to be, so you want to bring those light layers with you, and also a waterproof layer would be a good idea for today. And as we look into the rest of the week, very much more of the same. Starting to cool off a little bit because we're starting to see a little bit more moisture in the forecast. Sunny skies in the morning, and then those afternoon thunderstorms kind of rolling in each day this week. Now, coming up on August 10th, if you're looking for just a nice bright shiny unicorny spot to look forward to. They're having their first Unicorn Palooza over at the outlets at Silverthorne in the Blue Village, kind of right by Nike and Polo Ralph Lauren. And so they're going to have a completely free event. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, you know, popcorn and face painting, and there's going to be a petting zoo and unicorns and also princess meet and greets. So that's going to be coming up on August 10th over at the outlets at Silverthorne, right at exit 205. Now, something else that's going to be a lot of fun is, well, you know, planning your week to have the most epic week possible. And that's what Eric and I are here to do for you. So stay with us, because coming up next, we have your whole week planned out, so you have the best of the best when it comes to being here in the Vail Valley. So don't you go anywhere. Your epic week is coming up next.
Let us put you in the spirits.
If you want great customer service and amazing shopping experience, and we'll even hop in the truck and deliver your goods, then stick with the locals' favorite. Come on down to Avon Liquor.
Let us put you in the spirits.
Nest Furnishings and Consignment, located in the heart of the Vail Valley. Nest offers a variety of beautiful, affordably priced home furnishings, art, and accessories for your mountain home. Henredon, Restoration Hardware, Ralph Lauren, just to name a few brands available at Nest. Decorate your mountain home at Nest Furnishings and Consignment. Consignment redefined.
Welcome to the land of those who do. 50 states, 50 bottles. Collect them all to get $100.
Hi everybody, I'm Mark Sassy. I'm a TV host for Good Morning Vail and TV8. And when I'm not talking about the outdoors, I'm in the middle of the outdoors. I spend my free time on the rivers fly fishing.
Well, I hope you're ready to have an epic week across our valley, because Ashley and I are about to give you our tour day epic of our various resorts and let you know what you need to be doing this week. So get those calendars out and get ready to start taking notes. For today, on Monday, I think you should start your week off, your day off, on Vail Mountain at their Epic Discovery. So many activities going on at the top of Epic Discovery, including what we're just looking at there, a gravity-driven coaster, the Forest Flyer. That's one of my favorite things on Vail Mountain in the summertime. They've also got a ropes course, a zip line course, a ropes course and a zip line, as well as a really cool nature walk on Epic Discovery provided by Walking Mountain Science Center. There's some tubing going on up there, and of course amazing views at Bistro 14. And then tomorrow night at Beaver Creek, it's their Movies Under the Stars. Things kick off at 7:30 p.m. and this week, oh boy, this is a really good one. It's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, one of my favorite movies of last year. Really unique animation style in this movie. It tells the story of Miles Morales, who was the Spider-Man introduced in the Ultimate Spider-Man, or rather the Ultimate Universe that Marvel sort of rebooted to give new life into their various characters. So typically Spider-Man is Peter Parker, but in this one it tells the story of Miles Morales getting his spider powers, but it also welcomes in Peter Parker Spider-Man, different universe Peter Parker Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen. They've got Spider-Ham, which is Peter Parker's daughter from the future, Noir Spider-Man, as well as Spider-Ham, which is a cartoon Spider-Man that's actually a pig. It's hilarious. You definitely want to check that out tomorrow night. And Ashley, why don't you close out the week for our friends here? What else should they be doing?
Well, I think they're going to be good on all the spider people, that's for sure. Now, if you want more of a Western flavor in your week, well, coming up on Wednesday night, it's the kickoff of the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo, and they've been doing all of their 4-H exhibits leading up to this event, but Wednesday night is the first night of the PRCA Pro Rodeo that's going to be happening at 7 o'clock down in Eagle, right at the fairgrounds, super easy to find. And Wednesday is Little Buckaroo night, so that means that the kids get to go for $1. That is one heck of a way to have a night with your family that's going to be really affordable. It's going to be really fun. Starting at 3 o'clock, they open up the carnival and the vendors, so you can go and get your funnel cakes and all the, what are like the chips on the string or on the stick. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. But that's coming up on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, completely switch it up. We're just going to completely switch it up. Vail Jazz will be taking place over under the tent in Lions Head Village, and this is just such a spectacular way to enjoy live music with the most incredible, beautiful surroundings. And coming up on Thursday night, it's going to be all about jazz going to the movies. So general admission tickets are only $25 a piece for Vail Square. It starts at 6 o'clock. It'll go until 8. And it's going to be Anna Hampton Callaway, and she's going to celebrate the golden age of songwriters from the 30s and 40s. So again, that's over in Vail Square at Lions Head, coming up on Thursday night from 6 to 8 o'clock, and those general admission tickets are only $25. So that is how we like to have an epic week here in the Vail Valley. We hope that you'll take at least a couple of our suggestions, because man, what a great way to explore with your family and really kind of have a different taste every single night that you're here. Coming up, we're going to have a look at that local weather forecast to let you know what it's going to be looking like for that epic week while you're here in town, and I can tell you it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And I'll also have an epic morning adventure plan for you right after this.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and a kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
This weather report is brought to you by TV8, streaming live on Facebook. Follow TV8 Vail for mountain reports, event coverage, live interviews, and more.
Welcoming another one of our brand new resorts just acquired this morning. That's Hunter Mountain in New York. That one very prominent for New Jersey residents to visit that. All of my friends that live here that grew up in New Jersey used to go to Hunter Mountain every single weekend. That's a great family-focused resort. Really great learn to ski program there at Hunter Mountain. And welcome to the Vail Resorts family, Hunter Mountain. We really love their webcam too. It's doing some fun pan back and forth moves, just keeping things entertaining for us and you, the viewer. Well, let's take a look at the local forecast. If you're in Hunter Mountain and wanting to visit us this week, it's going to be a gorgeous week in the valley, but maybe just isolated to the mornings. So we take a look at your forecast for this Monday. Temperatures starting off quite comfortably, right around 54 degrees, getting to 75 degrees is our high today, and a 20% chance of afternoon showers visiting our valley. And looking ahead to the evening, temps should be dropping to right around 48 degrees. Just a 10% chance of those showers kind of pushing their way onto the evening time. So if you are getting out there and enjoying things today, just make sure you've got a little rain jacket with you. Now, as we pan our view out, look at the I-70 corridor as a whole, temperatures certainly suppressed from what we saw last week. Just a high of 84 degrees in Denver, much cooler than the 100 degrees they had just about 5 days ago. Mid-80s for both Vail and Avon, and then 87 in Eagle. And looking ahead to the next 5 days, we've got a nice storm system and low pressure ridge just to the west of us that's going to move into our valley starting around Wednesday and bring a little more consistent afternoon showers through the weekend. And then temperatures should be declining throughout the week as well, about 69 degrees on Thursday. But then by the time we get to the weekend, temps should perk back up and return to right around normal. Our average or normal temperatures for this time of year are right around 72, 73 degrees. So it's good to see things returning to normal from the warmness that we had last week. All right, now we're going to take a short break. Come back with more Good Morning Vail.
Epic Morning is brought to you by Christie Sports Local Bike Shop, with the Valley's newest full-service bike shop in Westville and rental bikes available in Vail Village.
This is one of my favorite views, and no wonder that you're getting it from the Overlook Trail here at Beaver Creek this morning. And I know a lot of you are probably coming up here from from Florida, from Texas, from a lower elevation than what we're used to. And a lot of you are probably thinking like, okay, that's great that you get out and hike, but maybe that's not the right fit for you. Now, something that I just did with my family on Friday, which I would highly recommend, is book yourself a 4x4 tour here at Beaver Creek. So this is how this works. You go to the Adventure Center, you get signed up, you sign the waiver. They take you up on the mountain in this really cool open air Jeep. It's like you're on a safari, and you really get to experience the mountain just like anybody does that's hiking, right? But you don't have to do any of the work because they're driving you around. And then what we did, which I thought was just the coolest thing ever, because it really gets you the experience kind of a lifetime, right? You take the 4x4 tour, and then you book the lunch with it. So then you can stop and you can have lunch at Spruce Saddle at the Mid-Mountain Restaurant, and then you get to take the gondola back down. So you get to experience the 4x4 tour. You get to experience the great, incredible views. You get to have delicious food at the top of the mountain. And then you get to come right back down here to Beaver Creek Village, compliments of the Centennial Express gondola. So check it out. Beaver Creek Adventure Center is where you book that tour. And a big thank you to Christie Sports for providing our epic morning adventures. Up next, we have so much more ahead, so don't go anywhere.
The Avon Recreation Center is truly a community center for not just a hub for the community and the locals that live here, but most definitely for our visitors that come to the valley. The Avon Recreation Center is centrally located truly in the heart of the valley. It's in the middle of Avon, in its core, next to picturesque Harry A. Nottingham Park. It's a 40,000 square foot full service recreation and leisure facility that we are, I must say, quite proud of. I really take a lot of pleasure seeing visitors and our locals come in the door. Generally, their first reaction is, wow, what a great facility. And once greeted by the front desk, feel very welcomed and ready to enjoy the day at the Avon Recreation Center.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
The Avon Recreation Center is truly a full-service recreation center. We have a 40,000 square foot aquatics facility that features a 5-lane lap pool with dive well, leisure pool with small kiddie slide, lazy river, and 140-foot large water slide. We also have a 33,000-gallon leisure jacuzzi, steam room, and sauna for your relaxation. We also offer a full-service fitness facility upstairs that includes full line of cardio equipment, free weights. Our line of free weights and dumbbells goes up to 120 pounds, which I believe is the heaviest in the valley.
Come on.
Some of our recent upgrades include our new bouldering wall that's behind us. It's been a great addition to the rec center. Our state-of-the-art fitness equipment can satisfy any level of athlete up through and including an elite athlete. Summer is truly the place to be in Avon. Our addition of the beach and sand volleyball courts on the north side of the lake has become a real hotspot in the valley. It's just a great place to come down and bring the entire family. When summer comes to an end and the kids go back to school, we're ready for them with our after-school program. One of our main objectives here at the Avon Recreation Center, and something that we are very proud about, is our community Learn to Swim program. We offer swim lessons for all ages and ability levels, right up through kids' swim team and a USA traveling competitive swim team.
All right, 425. Go.
Public recreation truly is the fabric of any community. I've seen lives changed by, in particular, young people that come and join our programs. People of lesser means are welcome and able to come to the Recreation Center and engage in activities that are truly life-changing, and we're really happy and proud to be a part of that. We see families come in and spend an entire day enjoying the pool, enjoying a workout, and our offerings outside. We would love to see you and your family here at the Avon Recreation Center. For more information, please contact the front desk at the Avon Recreation Center. That's 970-748-4060, or visit us on our website, www.avon.org.
Elevate your summer at Colorado's finest private golf club and discover the beauty of true mountain golf. Red Sky Golf Club, set high above the Vail Valley. 2 world-class courses, an exclusive members clubhouse with pool and tennis courts, unforgettable mornings of mountain adventures, and afternoons of serene vistas on the course. Special moments shared with family and friends. Red Sky Golf Club. Request your private tour today.
Let us put you in the spirits. Avon Liquor.
Hey guys, I'm looking for some amazing craft beer. We got it!
Hi, I'm looking for the best wine selection in the Vail Valley.
That's us!
I'm looking for great customer service and an awesome rewards program.
They got it!
So if you want great customer service, an amazing shopping experience, and we'll even hop in the truck and deliver your goods, then stick with the locals' favorite. Come on down to Avon Liquor.
And let us put you in the spirits.
This weather report is brought to you by Good Morning Vail, live and on demand with any streaming TV service. Use the YouTube app in Apple TV and more to search TV8 Vail.
Live shot of Attitash Mountain in New Hampshire, hey kid? That's a fun one. Nice small family-friendly resort in New Hampshire. They got some good downhill mountain biking there as well. That's why the lift is running there. But welcome to the Vail Resorts family. Attitash, you have a very fun name to pronounce, and I'm going to enjoy saying that all winter long. Attitash. Let's take a look at the local weather forecast around the Vail Valley area. Starting off around 54 degrees today. Very pleasant outside. Just a light breeze in the air as I'm out on our back patio right now. Getting as high as 75 degrees later on today. And watch out for that 20% chance of afternoon showers. Make sure you've got a little rain jacket with you if you are adventuring past around 2 p.m. 10% chance of those showers extending into the evening, and a low of 48 degrees this evening. Expect sunset to occur right around 8:30 p.m. today. And then panning our view out, looking at the I-70 corridor, Denver's temperatures have certainly been suppressed from what they were last week, down to about 84 degrees, much better, much more comfortable than the 100 degrees that they were at just about a week ago. 87 degrees in Eagle, and lower 80s for Avon and Vail. And looking ahead to the next 5 days, we've got a little low pressure system and moisture brewing to the west that's going to move into our valley later on this week. And we've got another hour of Good Morning Vail coming up for you right after our fun intro song.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, friends, and good morning, Whitetail, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Good Morning Vail for Monday, July 22nd, 2019. That's a live shot from one of our new friends, Whitetail, Pennsylvania, another small family-friendly resort similar to Hunter Mountain, New Jersey, or Attitash, New Hampshire, that we were just taking a look at before opening our past two weathers. And I'm one of your hosts today, Eric Stundblad, live in our Avon studio. We've got Ashley Prill on an epic morning adventure. And we woke up today to some breaking news from our CEO of Vail Resorts, Rob Katz, announcing that we have purchased 17 additional resorts. So before every weather, we've been bumping in with a shot of our brand new resorts, and these include resorts like Hunter Mountain, New Jersey, like Mount Snow, Vermont, Attitash that we just took a look at before our 7:58 weather, Hunter Mountain. They escaped me, 17 brand new resorts. So I did the math today. That means on one ski pass, on the Epic Pass, you can ski or snowboard 7.6% of the resorts in America. That's almost 8%, celebrating TV8. I'm sure the goal is to get to 8%, so it just lines up with TV8 here. So it's a really exciting day for us in the studio, and a really fun event going on this evening. Let's call it intellectual. Really intellectual event going on this evening, courtesy of the Vail Symposium, all about Brexit. And we are going to have Claire Noble from the Vail Symposium in our studio today to chat more about that. Now, Ashley Prill on an epic morning adventure. How are things looking out there, Ashley?
Eric, things are beautiful out here, and I'm so excited about these new Vail resorts because I have never been skiing or riding on the East Coast, so pretty pumped about that. I'm also really excited about, getting out and hiking first thing on a Monday morning. What an amazing way to start off my week. And if you are not familiar with the trails here at Beaver Creek, not to worry, there is a dedicated Beaver Creek hiking center, and this is where the experts are going to be able to show you around and also really just bring the mountain to life for you. And they are open 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. daily, all the way through September 30th. And if you have a wedding party, or maybe you have little kids, or you have your entire family along with you, they can customize a hike just for your group, and they can also just take you out on a private hike. Maybe you're just here on your own for a business trip and you want to get out for an afternoon adventure. They really can bring this whole area just to life in a brand new way. So make sure to give them a call while you're here in town. They're amazing. Now also coming up on Friday, one of my favorite events of the entire summer is the Vail Dance Festival. And it all kicks off on Friday night at the Gerald Ford Amphitheater. And this is going to be a really special evening, not only because of the setting, but also because the opening night is going to be featuring artist in residence and New York City Ballet ballerina Lauren Lovett, who is no stranger to the Vail Dance Festival. You've seen her here for years and she is absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to see her and what she's going to be bringing to the table for the first night. Also, Lil Buck is going to be back, Ballet X, the International Evenings of Dance. It's all going to be happening starting on Friday through August 10th. And what an incredible way to just enjoy an evening of world-class entertainment in Vail. So again, that's kicking off on Friday night. Now also on the show today, we're going to be talking with Claire Noble from Vail Symposium, like Erica was talking about. We're also going to be finding out more about the Vail Dance Festival from Ruthie Hemrick. We'll also have the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo details. That's going to be starting this week. I'm going to have your epic morning adventures. We have so much to talk about in the second hour of the show. We're so glad they are here with us. So go ahead, grab that cup of coffee, come on back. We're going to have a first look at that local weather forecast, and then I'm going to tell you about the trail that I'm on this morning, so don't go away.
Part of travel is the journey, and it's not only about where you're going, but how you get to your destination. With over 35 years of experience, Epic Mountain Express is the best way to begin your trip to the Rockies. Enjoy complimentary Wi-Fi and relax in the comfort of our shuttles and SUVs. With service out of Denver International and Eagle County Airport, trust our professional drivers to get you there in confidence and comfort. Start off your trip right with Epic Mountain Express.
There can be a lot of confusion as to how to make your home more sustainable and more energy efficient. And that's why Holy Cross Energy is the #1 place to contact to find out if your home is energy efficient. And Brian, tell us a bit more about your auditing program.
That's absolutely right. The first thing you want to do, like you go to the doctor and get a physical exam, is to get this energy audit for your home or for your workplace. Our auditors will come out free of charge, conduct a look around the facilities using standard methods, and probably come up with 4 or 5 things that you can do that are real easy ways of saving electricity and managing your input on the environment.
And not as complicated as, say, replacing insulation or windows, but there's some much more simple things that
There are some easy things, changing lighting, having a controllable thermostat. These will all be recommendations. And then you can go to our website and get rebates for the new equipment that you may need through our programs and services. So it's a double bang for the buck.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Brian, for coming on. Definitely check out Holy Cross Energy, get an audit to your house, and save some money.
Join us for the Downtown Aspen Festival of the Arts, July 20th and 21st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 130 talented fine artists on exhibit. Located outdoors along Main Street at Papke Park in downtown Aspen. The Downtown Aspen Festival of the Arts. For details, visit artfestival.com.
Christie Sports has 2 convenient bike shops in the Vail Valley, a new full-service shop in Westvale, and a rental shop on Bridge Street near Gondola 1. The experts at Christie Sports provide unmatched service and product knowledge, featuring mountain, bike path, and road bikes from Scott and Trek. Christie Sports has bike rentals for kids and adults, including free delivery. And expert mechanics guarantee 24-hour turnaround on basic tunes. When you need bikes in the Vail Valley, think Christie Sports.
This weather report is brought to you by Triumph Mountain Properties, luxury vacation rentals and residential property management in the Vail Valley.
That is a live shot of Jack Frost in Pennsylvania. Our producer Tess used to go there to ski and snowboard as a kid. And apparently you park at the top of Jack Frost and then ride to the bottom and then take a chairlift back up. So it's like a reverse of what we've got up here in our typical resorts. And that looks like a fun place. Look at that thin little run. I bet they can get some good moguls built on Jack Frost. I'm excited to go check out some of these new resorts we just welcomed to our family. 17 additional resorts today. We're not even going to be able to get through them on our webcams before our weathers. It's going to take a whole week. All right, let's take a look at the local weather forecast. Having some fun with our new resort friends this morning. It should be right around 54 degrees to start your Monday off today, getting as high as 75, just a 20% chance of afternoon showers today as well. So just always make sure to bring a little rain jacket with you if you're getting out and hiking after 2 p.m. Low of 48 degrees this evening. Sunset right around 8:30 p.m. and a 10% chance of those showers extending their way into our evening time. Now we're going to pan our view out, take a look at the I-70 corridor. Denver right around 84 degrees, much cooler than what they were last week, so that is absolutely great. Denver was a little bit too warm for my taste last week, so it's good to see that heat kind of move out of our zone. Some cooler temperatures arrive. 87 in Eagle and lower 80s for Vail and Avon. Now looking ahead to the next 5 days, we can expect a low pressure system and some moisture to really start bringing afternoon showers to us en masse beginning Wednesday, and the suppression of temperatures. Thanks to Triumph Mountain Properties for sponsoring this weather. We are going to take a little break, come back with more Epic Mornings and a whole host of interviews coming up in this hour.
Epic Morning is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you so much to Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. You know, if you are missing out on Epic Mornings, if you're missing out on hiking or biking or, you know, skiing, and you saw that we just acquired 17 more resorts that are going to be part of your Epic Pass, you want to be part of that, make sure to give them a call, because they've been doing what they've been doing for, you know, over 30 years here in Vail and Summit counties, and they definitely know what they're doing, and they know how to get you back to doing what you love. And if what you love is hiking, I just want to show you, this is the Overlook Trail. And this is one of the features that you're going to find on this trail. And it's, you know, stairs that are built right in, right? And these don't just happen by themselves. This is the work of our ski patrol members here at Beaver Creek. So not everybody stays on year round, but there's a select few that are here in the summertime, and they do a lot of the trail maintenance and also a lot of work to improve the trails. And so this is one of the features that you will find on the Overlook Trail. Now, I would highly recommend that you don't do the Overlook Trail if you are just getting in town from sea level, because yep, these stairs, not only are they nice to have, but they also indicate the type of incline that you're going to find on the Overlook Trail. So this is definitely one that you really want to do if you're looking to get a good sweat going, if you're looking to really get your lungs and your heart pumping. It's rated as a moderate trail here at Beaver Creek. And so, you know, it's Monday. Felt like I should probably get after it a little bit. Anyway, we have more headed your way right here from Beaver Creek Mountain. Also back in the studio with Eric. And man, what a beautiful Monday in the Rockies. We're so glad that you're here with us.
Oh baby, the morning's saying now. Just let the words come out.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
There are those who stand forever ready, ready to defend the nation, ready to fight for what matters, no matter what. Do you have what it takes? Find out at goarmy.com/warriors.
Only the best. Lion's Head Jewelry Fossil and Mineral Gallery, voted top 50 designer jewelry retailer in the country by JCK in 2009, featuring the largest collection of fine, designer, traditional, and contemporary jewelry. Lion's Head Jewelers, the most unique collection of decorative art in the Vail Valley. Lion's Head Jewelers, museum-quality collection of fossils, minerals, and meteorites dated 40 to 500 million years old. Lion's Head Jewelers, located in Lion's Head on the corner of the ice skating rink.
There can be a lot of confusion as to how to make your home more sustainable and more energy efficient. And that's why Holy Cross Energy is the #1 place to contact to find out if your home is energy efficient. And Brian, tell us a bit more about your auditing program.
That's absolutely right. The first thing you want to do, like you go to the doctor and get a physical exam, is to get this energy audit for your home or for your workplace. Our auditors will come out free of charge, conduct a look around the facilities using standard methods, and probably come up with 4 or 5 things that you can do that are real easy ways of saving electricity and managing your input on the environment.
And not as complicated as, say, replacing insulation or windows, but there's some much more simple things that
There are some easy things, changing lighting, having a controllable thermostat. These will all be recommendations. And then you can go to our website and get rebates for the new equipment that you may need through our programs and services. So it's a double bang for the buck.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Brian, for coming on. Definitely check out Holy Cross Energy, get an audit to your house, and save some money.
Welcome to Boone's Wine and Spirits, where we're buying big, selling low, and having fun. This store offers the largest selection of beer, wine, and spirits. Alongside 42 cooler doors, this wide array of choices is accompanied by a knowledgeable staff and 5 in-house sommeliers. You are sure to find something that you cannot live without, or something you just have to try. Come on by, say hello, we hope to see you soon.
This is a public service announcement for the Town of Vail regarding town evacuation policies in the case of an emergency.
Residents, this is a fire evacuation. Please leave your home now.
Effective immediately, emergency officials have issued an evacuation order for all persons. If you are displaced by the evacuation,
When you are alerted of an evacuation, don't panic. If you are on Vail Mountain, you should remain in a Vail Mountain facility. Vail Resort Security is responsible for organizing shelter in mountain buildings or moving people to a safe location. Evacuation by public transportation. Respond to the nearest bus stop. Citizens will then be transported to an evacuation center. Citizens who self-evacuate should indicate they have vacated their residence by displaying a large white object inside their home. They should also turn on the porch light. Bring your pets so they will be taken care of. Safe zone. If residents are unable to evacuate in a wildfire, they should go to a pre-planned safe zone, such as a large field that is clear of brush and far away from trees. West Vail Mall, parking structures, Ford Park Fields, Vail Mountain School Fields, Bighorn Park. Self-evacuation by vehicle. Exit the area or neighborhood in the safest direction. Respond to the predetermined evacuation center, such as the Village Transportation Center. If you or a loved one are functional and access needs and will need a little extra help, you should pre-identify a network of neighbors to help provide the necessary assistance. If they are not able to assist, please call 911 to reach the Vail Police Department or Eagle County Paramedic Services so they can transport you appropriately.
In the event of an emergency evacuation, please follow these simple steps that have been laid out. Have a family and personal plan. It's our goal to ensure that everyone is out of harm's way, both our citizens and guests. Please sign up for ecalert.org for important text messages. For additional information on evacuation plans, please visit vailgov.com or eaglecounty.us. Thank you.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Oakley, the official eyewear, goggle, and helmet sponsor of Vail Resorts.
Continuing our tour of the brand new Vail Resorts mountains just recently acquired today. That is Hidden Valley, Missouri. My cameraman this morning, Baker, is from Missouri. Baker, is that where the ranch is grown? He's laughing. He doesn't know. Maybe Hidden Valley Ranch is grown at Hidden Valley Ski Area. We're not quite sure where Hidden Valley Ranch comes from. Do they grow ranch? How does ranch get made? All these questions nobody has answers to, but I do have an answer that is going to be a fun resort to go visit if you have an Epic Pass starting next year. And let's look at your forecast for this Monday, starting off around 54 degrees today. Perfectly comfortable temperatures to get out there and enjoy an early morning hike, just like Ashley Prill is doing this morning on Beaver Creek. Getting as high as 75 degrees today, just 20% chance of afternoon showers potentially affecting your activities. Just make sure you've got a little rain jacket and you'll be in good shape. Temperatures dropping to a low of 48 degrees this evening when the sun sets around 8:30 p.m. and a 10% chance of those showers persisting into the evening time. Now we look at the national map here to see what's in store for us over the course of the next 5 days. The big thing to note is this high-low pressure mix. So that should be coming into our zone and bringing us afternoon showers predominantly starting on Wednesday. And thanks to Oakley for sponsoring this weather, the official eyewear, helmet, and goggle sponsor of Vail Resorts. We're going to take a short break. Actually, we're going to check in with Ashley Prill and get a look at a book report. Ashley, where do they make ranch? Where do they grow ranch?
You know, I have no idea where they make ranch. I'm going to have to go to the library later and find that out. I do have to stop by to return some of the books that I checked out about Vail in the 10th Mountain Division. But you know, we have some of the coolest programs at our local libraries, and one of them is specifically for the teens and the little guys. It's called Reading Buddies, and so what they do is they pair the little guys with a high school student, and so they read to each other, and it's just a great way to foster that confidence really for both of them. One, for the little guys to have more confidence in their reading, and for the high school students to have more confidence in their leadership skills. So really cool. But you know, even if you're just here for a week, you can still have access to our local libraries. All you need to do is go in with a photo ID. That can be your ski pass, by the way. So if you're coming in, you know, from Hidden Valley and you have your ski pass this next season, well, you can use that and you can have access to our library. So it's really easy. They have a bunch of online materials. It's pretty incredible. evld.org for more information. I'll be checking in there to search their Hidden Valley ranch materials after this. Up next, we are going to be doing a few interviews. We're also going to be learning more about the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. It all kicks off this Wednesday, so don't go away.
It's time to elevate your summer at the ultimate family playground. Epic Discovery. With adventure courses, breathtaking views, interactive hiking trails, zip lines, and more. This summer, for every adult gondola ticket you buy, a kid gets to ride the gondola absolutely free. It promises to be a summer like no other. To learn more, visit Vail.com.
Join us for the Downtown Aspen Festival of the Arts, July 20th and 21st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. 130 talented fine artists on exhibit. Located outdoors along Main Street at Papke Park in downtown Aspen. The Downtown Aspen Festival of the Arts. For details, visit artfestival.com.
Vail's most talented architects, builders, and interior design firms are creating some of the most spectacular homes in America. And our cameras will take you inside these homes and introduce you to Vail's most respected real estate companies specializing in high-end properties. Watch the Vail Home Show each day right here on Vail's TV8 or online. And remember, you can catch this show on the web anytime at vailhomeshow.com.
One of my favorite events of the year is kicking off this week, the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. Holy cow, an actual huge professional rodeo comes into town once a year. And I'm here with Hannah Albertson from the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. How are you doing this morning, Hannah?
I'm great, and you?
Oh, quite well.
Good.
A lot of hype in the air today.
It's a big day.
Yeah, 17 new resorts are added to Vail's Epic Pass, and then now the rodeo's kicking off, and I can't contain excitement. I'm quite
very
hyper.
exciting.
Yeah.
I like it. A lot of coffee today?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, get
Just
going.
your usual thing.
So people are, they know the Beaver Creek Rodeo comes every Thursday throughout the summer, but the Eagle County Rodeo is a totally different animal.
Correct. Yeah, the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo is the only professional rodeo in Eagle County. And this year we tallied it all up. We worked with our stock contractor, and we have 48 national finals rodeo qualifiers. And among them, they have 170 qualifications. And then there are 10 world champions who are going to be there. So it's like having, don't hate me, the Patriots
I love that
in Eagle.
analogy.
You know, it works for people, right?
Yeah.
And so these people are going to go to the Super Bowl of rodeo. And I think that is really cool to know that you'll see them in Eagle, and then you'll see them on CBS Sports when you're watching the NFR. Or if you go to Vegas, you'll see them there. And I think that's a really cool piece that we can bring to Eagle.
Yeah. The quality of competition certainly makes a difference. I know watching the Eagle County Rodeo every year is just, like, you can tell like how much more pose the cowboys have when they're riding the bulls, and just how much longer they can stay on them, and then the overall kind of spectacle and performance is just, it's incredible.
Yes, so yeah, it's their job, right?
Yeah.
It's their full-time job. They rodeo as a full-time job, not, they're not bankers during the day. That's what they do. And the same with our stock contractor. He is one of the best, Pete Carr Pro Rodeo, he is one of the best stock contractors in the nation, nominated each year as stock contractor of the year, always has, phenomenal animals, and they're athletes. And I think that's, important for all of us to know is those animals go out there and they're performing just as much as the contestants are.
Yeah, that's something people don't necessarily think about all the time.
Yeah.
But it's really important to bring to light.
They're like out there, they're doing their yoga, they're stretching.
Those
bulls are
the
back
animals.
there.
Yeah. And some exciting news this year in terms of seating, especially as it pertains to the Friday and Saturday shows.
Yes, so we usually sell out, which is great, but we this year added 200 more seats to our fairgrounds, which will just help so much with that overflow. So you still want to get there early, and you still want to make sure you get your tickets, and you can buy them online at EagleCountyFairandRodeo.com. But you have a little bit of extra wiggle room there with that 200 more seats.
Yeah, that's absolutely great news. I know a lot of people coming up to the doors trying to get last-minute tickets. It was
crushing.
It was crushing. Yeah, exactly. They can't get their funnel cakes.
Well, they can still get their funnel cakes because entry to the grounds is free.
Okay.
It's just entry to the actual grandstands.
Okay.
So you can still, you can still eat funnel cakes, get lemonades, corn dogs, all those fun things, and still shop and see all the vendors. You can do all of that. You just can't get into the actual rodeo. And then after the rodeo on Friday and Saturday nights, we have live music on the east end of the grandstands, which is also free.
Yeah, not to be missed. And there's always, every night is a different sort of event and theme as well.
Correct. So Wednesday we have Little Buckaroo Night, and each kid under 12 with a paying adult gets in for $1, which is great for family fun. And then Thursday is paying homage to our Western heritage, so Western Heritage Night, or as I like to call it, Throwback Thursday. And then Friday, we honor Shaw Cancer, and we have Pink Night, and we give proceeds to Shaw. And then Saturday, we recognize our military with Military Appreciation Night.
All right, always a celebration.
Yes, all the colors, all of those things. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on with us this morning, Hannah. Looking forward to being live from the rodeo on Wednesday.
Perfect. Can't wait to see you.
It'll be a good time. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you Wednesday.
Thank you.
And we got more Good Morning Vail coming up for you right after this.
This weather report is brought to you by Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. Elevate your adventure this summer at America's only mountaintop theme park.
Oh man, I can't wait for that. I went last year and it was one of the best choices I made all summer. Now, if you're looking for a different kind of thrill, the Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park could be a great option for today and also really throughout the rest of the week. And you're going to find all kinds of cool rides over there. You can explore the caves and also maybe learn a thing or two with your family along in tow. Now, for our temperatures, it's going to be in the mid-70s at the base of Vail and Beaver Creek Mountains today. So it's going to be a little bit warmer as you get, lower in elevation and also along the I-70 corridor. Tonight, temperatures in the 40s, and I don't know if you noticed this, but our sunset, 8:29 p.m. Oh man, it's starting to slide closer and closer back to those, 4:30, 5 o'clock sunsets that we'll see in the middle of winter. But we've got plenty of time before that happens. Now, for our conditions along I-70 today, if you're going to be driving over to Glenwood, it's only about maybe 40, 45 minutes, something like that, from Vail. But there is rockfall mitigation work taking place in Dow Junction and West Vail, and they're going to be closing that area for 30-minute increments once an hour throughout the day until about 4 o'clock today. So that is really going to be impacting the traffic. So give yourself plenty of extra time if you're going to be coming from Vail to head over to Glenwood. And temperatures are going to be in the 80s really across the I-70 corridor today. Now we'll continue to see this sunshine for tomorrow. That looks like a really good day for maybe a longer adventure or maybe a whole day at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. And then for the rest of the week, we do have a pretty good chance of moisture each afternoon. So you want to make sure you bring that rain jacket with you and then try to get out as early as possible. That's always a good idea. And, tonight, if you want to really kind of get your thinking cap on and learn something new, have a really lively discussion about something that maybe you never normally would have. The Vail Symposium is coming up and we have more details in the studio next.
"49 degrees, 365 days a year." This is the wine cellar at Beaver Liquors. I've got David Courtney, the owner. Thanks for taking us downstairs today and showing us this amazing space. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this space is actually 15 feet underground, and it's about 3,000 square feet. So when we're pumping, we have 1,700 different wines, but typically between 1,300 and 1,500 from everywhere that you can imagine. So the nice thing about this being underground is it stays temperate. So like you just said, hey, we're right now when we're filming this, we're at the end of January, beginning of February. It's about 49 or 50, but it never goes above 56 or 57 down here, which is extremely important for fine wines.
And you did say that what kills that wine is that dramatic heat to cold to heat to cold, but if you can keep it constant, it's going to make the wine last that much longer.
Yeah, the fluctuation is the wine killer. Long ago, when I first came to the store, we actually challenged people to buy wine from my store and buy wine from another store, and I guaranteed my wine tasted better just because of the way we stored it.
Wow. So your selection down here, you had mentioned earlier on in the interview on a busy time, about 1,700 different offerings. From all over the world, is that what we're looking at? Do you have a focus? Like, what's hot right now for wine?
So what's hot right now, there's a few categories. So Portugal right now, believe it or not, is what I've been saying is the Malbec of 15 years ago. So Portuguese red still wines, everybody thinks of port and sweet. These wines are not like that. Okay. You can get a $12 bottle of Portuguese wine that kills it. And then, so right now we're looking at the 2016 vintage in the Rhone, so Châteauneuf-du-Pape and Côte d'Arones, those are a little bit on the higher end, but that's what's pumping right now, Mark.
I love it. David, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You might want to make it down here to the wine cellar at Beaver Liquors in Avon or check out their website, beaverliquors.com. We'll be right back.
Introducing a boost to your workout water. Electrolytes meet vitamins B, C, and E. With no artificial sweeteners, this is the new Propel Vitamin Boost.
Each and every week, the Vail Symposium puts on intellectually stimulating conferences and presentations. And this week, quite pertinent to our global futures right now, they have a presentation on Brexit going on at the Vail Interfaith Chapel this evening. I've got Claire Noble from the Vail Symposium. How are you doing this morning, Claire?
Great. Thanks for having me on, Eric. You know, when we scheduled this last winter, we usually schedule 6-9 months out. You know, some people are like, oh, Brexit will be old news by then. And here we are 3 years after they voted to leave the European Union, and they still don't have a plan on how to leave. They've been given extension after extension because the hard leave was supposed to be back in March. Mm-hmm. Now it's October 31st, Halloween, and they've got to come up with a plan. Tomorrow, they'll be voting. The Conservative Party in the UK will be voting on their next leader. It'll probably be Boris Johnson. And he was one of the early champions of leaving the European Union. And you know, they've been in the European Union since 1973. And it's more than just trade, right? It's also the movement of people, right? If you're in the European Union, you can travel to other European countries, you can work in other European countries. So right now there are Brits who are living other places in Europe working. There are Europeans who are living in the UK working. It's a very thorny, complex issue.
Yeah, and just speaking closer to the UK, like Ireland, you know, Northern Ireland touches Britain, and that's one of the primary trade borders. And what happens if there are no longer open borders between them as a result of the European Union?
That is one of the thorniest issues that's yet to be resolved. Will there be a return of a hard border in Ireland? And it's interesting to note that when they did the vote, England and Wales did vote to leave, although I will have to say these are fairly narrow margins. But Scotland and Northern Ireland both voted to stay. So even within the UK, there are divisions on whether or not to leave or stay. And again, the referendum itself was a relatively narrow margin, about 52% to 48%.
Yeah, I think what's intriguing too, so it was 3 years ago is when it was voted on. So 3 years ago, if you were 16 years old, now you're 18 and have the ability to vote. I've seen some statistics that adding that additional voting population into that pool means it would not have passed. So maybe potentially reballoting, but then that could take up to a year to set up those ballots. And it truly is bedlam, which is the title of your
It is
speech.
bedlam. And the visual that we used when we made our description, it's like something any cat owner knows.
Yeah.
Your cat goes to the door, he's meowing like crazy, you open the door, he just stands there and looks. You shut the door, then he starts meowing again, and that's kind of the way it feels. Are they leaving? Are they staying? Are they going to do another referendum? I think we'll start to get more clarity because the clock is running out on them, right? They really don't have much more time to do this. You know, it's a shame because again, the impacts are going to be economic for them. Also for us, because we right now trade with the European Union, and then we'll have to have a bilateral agreement with the UK. And you're really much stronger in a trading bloc than you are when you make bilateral agreements. Because us in the UK, they're a much smaller country compared to us with a much smaller economy.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I think in some regards, it's people trying to run away from a globally linked economy when you just can't run away from it right now, and continuing to block it off just keeps causing chaos.
There's a lot of speculation that fear had a lot to do with this vote, fear of immigration as well. Interestingly, some of the places that have very little foreign immigration in them, like Wales, ended up voting overwhelmingly to leave. So are these fears real or unfounded? Who stoked these fears? There's a lot of evidence to suggest that the Russians also influenced the Brexit vote. So you have malign players who are who have an agenda that isn't necessarily in the UK's best interest.
Well, I hate to end these conversations. I love every Monday. I just want to have a whole show based on the Vail Symposium topics, but we've got to move on to weather. But if you enjoyed that discussion, check out the Vail Symposium tonight on Brexit at the Vail Interfaith Chapel. There are some limited tickets still available at the door. Now we're going to check in with Ashley Prill, get a look at the weather.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by GMC, the exclusive partner of Vail Resorts.
Claire Noble, I could listen to her talk all day too, Eric. Oh my gosh, that was fascinating. And listen, we're looking at a live shot from Mad River in Ohio. This is one of the resorts that was just announced this morning as one of 17 that is now part of the Vail Resorts family. And it is kind of funny because I grew up kind of all over the country as a military brat, and I lived in Dayton, Ohio for just a little bit. And I got to tell you that out of the resorts that we have now acquired out of these new 17, Mad River is the only one that I actually know anything about. But the reason I know about it has nothing to do with living in Ohio. It has to do with Louis Vito, who is one of my favorite pro snowboarders of all time, one of the first people I ever interviewed when I worked at the X Games, which I'm actually going to be doing next week in Minneapolis for Summer X Games. But Louis holds a rail jam at Mad River every year. Anyway, that being said, listen, we're going to have beautiful weather today. We're looking at highs in the 70s, sunny skies, some rain showers later on this afternoon. Overnight lows will be in the 40s tonight. So you want to make sure you have plenty of sunscreen, plenty of water, sunglasses, and just get ready for a beautiful day to get out and explore the Rocky Mountains. And then tonight, man, head on over to that Vail Symposium event. That sounds fascinating. But thank you so much to GMC, the exclusive partner of Vail Resorts. And up next, if you cannot get enough of being here in the mountains, we may have the property that's just waiting for you to call home. So stay with us.
Adventure Park. Take a ride on the tram all the way to the Rocky Mountain top. It's awesome! Swing over the canyon, you'll swear you're gonna drop. Thrills, adventure, family fun. Get here just as fast as your car will run. Tons of fun here waiting for you at Glenwood Cabins Adventure Park. It's awesome!
The extraordinary is a promise only Beaver Creek can deliver. The extraordinary is filled with infinite ways to spend your time together, where thoughtful details create a place for you to truly belong. And one-of-a-kind experiences are shared together. Beaver Creek. Belong in the extraordinary.
Well, as Ashley just said, if you've just been joining us this summer, you've likely fallen in love with our valley because we've had absolutely perfect weather. We've got Nicole Bontrager from England Volkers in the studio with us, showing off a very unique property that kind of allows you to get out of the hustle and bustle of Vail and Beaver Creek, but yet still remain so close to those both resorts.
Exactly. It's really unique. Most people don't even know this little valley exists. It's called Timber Springs.
Okay.
And it's just to the west of Cordillera Valley Club. So if you go to the west gate of Cordillera Valley Club, which is basically on the west end of Edwards, the gate is right next to it. And you go up this little valley, and it's 8 properties up there, and each of them are about 35 plus acres.
Oh, wow.
And there's only 4 homes up there right now.
Yeah.
And you could drive a golf cart to the golf club right next door still. It's really close. It's only 5 minutes from Edwards, but you don't hear the highway. You don't see any neighbors. It's completely private and secluded. So
yeah,
it's
36 acres.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So we're kind of taking a look at some pictures of it now. It looks like a gorgeous overhead shot. A fairly large house as well.
Yeah, it's about 9,900 square feet. There's a main house and a guest house. And as you can see, there's some beautiful groves of spruce trees and aspens, and it's surrounded by water. It's got a stream coming down one side, as well as ponds and waterfalls on the other side. They've got water rights. It's pretty amazing.
Quite a serene world up there.
Yeah.
And I do love that you are fairly secluded, so you don't feel like you have to be involved in all the resort activities.
Yeah, but if you want to, it's only 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for the person who wants to be able to do everything, but wants a really quiet mountain retreat at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we just saw an air hockey table. Does that come with the house?
That is a pool table.
Oh, I thought I saw air hockey next to it as well.
No.
No? Ah, shucks. I got hockey on the brain for whatever reason in the middle of summer. All right. So what is, if somebody wants to see this house, is it open for showings or they contact you? What's the
they
best?
could contact me. It's open for private showings with
Okay.
me at the moment.
Yeah.
And can explore. There's also a little greenhouse back there, some hiking trails around the property. It's pretty great.
Yeah. I guess that if you got 36 acres, you kind of build your own hiking and mountain biking trails and snowshoe trails.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Does it back up to a hill? Could you make a little snowboard run up
So
there?
it goes across, it goes across a valley, and so there's 2 steep hills. So no one can see the house from anywhere because it's private all around. But then there's BLM land surrounding the neighborhood, so you could go really far back into the mountains if you wanted to.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like your own little adventure park back there.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right. And you're located in the Beaver Creek offices of Eagle and Volkers,
that's
right?
correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure somebody is going to fall in love with not only this property, but this valley. I sure would love to move in there.
Yep.
Looks gorgeous.
Pretty great.
Well, have a great day, Nicole. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And we are going to check in with Ashley now, get a look at the local weather forecast.
When your energy is spent, but there's so much more you want to do. New Starbucks Triple Shot Energy. 225 milligrams of caffeine for the energy to do what matters to you. What gives you energy?
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We're for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% off on over 50 of the best designer brands as you stroll through our 3 beautiful shopping villages.
Do something great for you at Simply Massage. Get any 60-minute session for $89. Buy 5 sessions and get 1 free. With 4 mountain locations, relaxation is just a step away.
This weather report is brought to you by TV8, streaming live on Facebook. Follow TV8 Vail for mountain reports, event coverage, live interviews, and more.
Another brand new resort added to the Vail Resorts family. That is Boston Mills, Ohio. Looks like a blast there. It's some big wide open runs. You can have some fun. I can kind of see halfway up that run to the right, kind of looks like a knuckle, maybe a little bit of roller if you're a snowboarder. Maybe you catch some air off of that, who knows. Love that we've added so many new resorts to our Vail Resorts family today. So welcome, Boston Mills, Ohio. But now we're going to take a look at a little bit more localized weather forecast, sticking around here in the Vail Valley, starting off at 54 degrees at 8 a.m., climbing to about 75 by noon, just a 20% chance of those afternoon showers cruising in today. So make sure you've got a rain jacket with you, as is tradition here in the summers of our valley. We always get a little afternoon showers cruising in. Overnight low of 48 degrees with the sunset about 8:30 p.m. and just a 10% chance of precipitation this evening. So it should be fairly clear skies this evening. Before we get into the 5-day forecast, take a look at the national map. Here's what's going to give us our weather for the next week. It's this low high pressure mixed system that's going to be moving into our valley quite slowly because we don't have any major jet stream moving that in, so it's just going to naturally drift its way into Colorado. And essentially what that means is that we're going to have kind of revolving afternoon showers to clear mornings to afternoon showers to clear mornings, and slightly suppressed temperatures from what we experienced last week, as low as 69 degrees on Thursday. Very, very comfortable temperatures for extending those hikes or those mountain bikes rides. And speaking of extending our adventures, now we're going to check in with Ashley Prill on an epic morning adventure.
Epic Morning is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you so much to Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. And, you know, out here in the summertime, it's such a different experience than what you'll find in the winter. And that's why I love hiking. I love, you know, seeing the grade of the trails. It makes me appreciate so much more when I'm snowboarding in the winter, when I hike up. But something else that I think is really fun is you really kind of get to have a good look at things that maybe you would just kind of, I don't know, pass by otherwise. And this right here is one of them. Now, I just learned this when I was on my 4x4 tour here on Friday with my family from JB, so thank you so much, JB. But this is one of the original chairlifts here at Beaver Creek. It's the only one that's left on the mountain. You can see kind of how small those chairs are, and also, from what I understand, it moves pretty slowly. But Beaver Creek Resort opened in 1980, and it had 6 brand new Doppelmayr lifts, and this was one of them, and it's just the only remaining one that you'll find here on the mountain. So pretty cool. Thank you, JB, for that information. I tell you what, the guides here at Beaver Creek are just so full of all kinds of cool facts. So if you want to book a 4x4 tour, you can learn more about that, or also one of their specific hiking adventures that you can book through the hiking center. But really, really amazing to just learn about our surroundings. And if you want to experience a chairlift, if you've never done that, just off in the distance behind me and behind this particular lift, you'll see the Centennial Express gondola and chairlift. It's way off in the distance, but it's moving, and it's going to be open up at 9:30 so that you can enjoy a scenic gondola ride, maybe go up and have lunch at Mid-Mountain, or just kind of take a ride as a family, take some pictures, and really get to see Beaver Creek in all of its summer glory. Now, coming up this Friday, oh my goodness, if you are here, it is the kickoff of the Vail Dance Festival. And last year, I got to see, the only performance that I saw was at the Villar Performing Arts Center, and it was one of the debuts of some of the new choreography that was taking place throughout the year. It was so cool. There's not a bad seat in the house. And coming up, we have Ruthie, who will be in the studio to tell you a little bit more about the Vail Dance Festival and how it's going to be taking place at the Villar Performing Arts Center. So don't miss this one. It's going to be awesome.
Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
Lion's Head Jewelers. A mainstay of Lion's Head Village for more than a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery is home to the largest selection of one-of-a-kind designer jewelry in the Vail Valley. Come see our breathtaking array of museum-quality fossils, meteorites, and collectible minerals. Explore Lion's Head Jewelers. Spend an afternoon with us. You'll come in as a customer and leave as a friend.
Well, coming up this Friday, one of the most exciting events of the year kicks off, the Vail Dance Festival. Holy cow, so many fun performers coming into town. But I'm here with Ruthie Hamrick from the Vail Valley Foundation. Tell us a little bit more about the Dance Festival this week. Ruthie, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Here, Monday.
It's always an exciting time of year, so you just got 4 more days to
Yeah.
get everything ready.
Yeah, Monday of the week that we kick off the foundation, the Vail Valley Foundation's Vail Dance Festival, which is the 31st year. So we're pretty excited to keep the tradition going, keep all the history of bringing dance to the valley in the summertime. So we kick off on July 26th, which is Friday, with our big opening night. And there's so many shows coming up. We were talking about before we went on air, like how to cover all of them. But like I said, it kicks off on the 26th, and there's such a variety of events this year, a variety of performers. With the kickoff, you should go online to vaildance.org and you can see the full evening performance. But it will also feature the Breckenridge Festival Orchestra, which is sort of a cool partnership.
Yeah.
So you come for dance, come for music. It's a great night out. It's good for, I don't know, just it's good to do something different sometimes. There's a lot of music, so change it up. Head to the Ford Amphitheater on Friday, and then we have another show on the 27th, American Ballet Theater, who debuted at the festival last year, sold out, so we had to have them back, of course. So they'll be on the 27th, then following that on the 28th is Malpaso, which is a really neat Cuban group. This will be the first time they're at the festival, and that'll take place up in Beaver Creek at the Villar Performing Arts Center.
Yeah.
So those are the first 3 shows. Like, oh my gosh, there's enough right there, right?
Like 2 full weeks of shows, though.
Yeah.
And just going through those first 3 shows, what a variation. There's such a variation of different artists, different styles, and also just different kind of, not age levels, but fun for the kids as well.
Yeah, it's great to get out and experience the different, like you're saying, the different styles, the different performers. And we have, like I said, with the music, also partnering with the dances, and there's so much to do.
Yeah.
So then I have to mention too, on the 30th, I won't go through the whole schedule, but on the 30th we have Ballet X, and they are one of our favorites at the festival. We can't wait to have them back, and they are doing a Little Prince inspired full-length ballet.
Oh wow.
So yeah, this just debuted, and they're a Philadelphia company that, like I said, we love to have them back, and we're really excited to see what they do with that piece.
Yeah, I remember them from last year. They were just more of a new school ballet, just kind of adding a different edge to it than what your traditional contemporary ballet was.
Right. So yeah, we got a ton coming up. It's like, oh my gosh, all the dates in my head. But we always have our International Evenings of Ballet, International Evenings of Dance 1 and 2, and those are really popular. They're pretty full right now. That's on August 2nd and 3rd, and if you want tickets, we're going to release some through the box office, so there's a wait list going.
Okay.
So I just wanted to mention,
wait list for those. Now, as far as the other shows go, I know you sell out fairly quickly. What's the best place for people to get a head start and get their tickets now?
Yeah, the best place is online, vaildance.org.
Yep.
Exactly, and then you can see, like I said, we have a couple different venues where the dances will be taking place. You can check out the different prices, what's available, but also you can always contact our box office. They're super helpful with seats that are available, if there's a wait list for tickets to be released, and all those questions. And then you can also they're open at 11, and the number is 970-845-TIXF.
All right, perfect, Ruthie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Much.
Excited to get things kicked off. And I know we're going to have plenty of dancers come through and interview them. And every day we're going to be giving new information on the shows.
Yeah.
So
and I have to mention too, we have a couple free events as well.
Oh.
So if you're not into the box office, you're like, oh, I can't swing it right now. We have our August 7th free show in Avon. We have a couple Dancing the Street events. So definitely, again, check out the website. There's so much going on. A ton of dance events coming to the Valley. Yeah, there's something for everyone.
Excited to kick it off this Friday, Ruthie.
Thanks.
All right. Well, have a great rest of your day. Good luck prepping.
Yeah, we'll need it.
All right. We are going to take a short break and close things out here on Good Morning Vail.
How good does that look? Garfinkel's right here in Lion's Head. How are you?
I was waiting for you to stop cooking here. Today we're going to be cooking a little bit of elk.
Hot German rye bread.
Fresh out of the oven.
Yes.
Some butter. I love it.
So we get a nice kind of texture in the fish, golden brown crust.
Okay.
The food looks great and smells even better.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Hi, my name is Brian Stein, and I'm with Sun and Ski Sports here in Avon and Dillon, Colorado. We truly enjoy our partnership with TV8. They truly are great for us. The partnership we have is they expose us to both the local community and they expose us to the international community and all around the country. People love watching TV8 when they're here, and they love watching it when they're at home. Again, we truly enjoy our partnership with TV8.
Okay, that's a wrap on our Monday edition of Good Morning Vail, but not to worry, we'll be back with another one starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'll have Walkie Mountain Science Center, Avon Liquor, we'll have Betteridge Fine Jewelers. We're going to find out more about what's happening with your local weather forecast. We're also going to let you know what's going on with any of the rockfall mitigation, which is taking place starting at 6 a.m. until 4 p.m. every day this week. They're doing that mitigation over in Westvale and Dow Junction, which means you're going to find some pretty serious traffic backups. You want to make sure you allow yourself plenty of time. So just be aware that's taking place 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every single day this week. So plan ahead. We'll see you tomorrow morning live at 7 a.m.